So that was for my Korean friend. So welcome to another guitar review. This time I'd like to talk about the Loar Brownstone small body acoustic guitar. I've had this about the same amount of time as my Harley Benton, and I also bought this from Thomann Music Store in Germany. Yeah, this guitar is very interesting to me. I don't quite like it as much as my other guitar, but I still think this is a great quality guitar. And the reason for that, first of all, it has to be said, the look of this guitar. That is an incredible look. I know it's called Brownstone, so you can see there's a bit of a slight tint to the color, but this is a solid spruce top, and you've got mahogany back and sides, which gives a very interesting characteristic to the sound, which I'll talk about in a minute. You've got a rosewood fingerboard. This was a blind purchase. I had never even played this or even got a chance to. In fact, I think there's maybe one other review on YouTube that I found of this guitar. So yeah, impulsive blind purchase, but I did not regret it. I really like it. The reason is, this guitar has a very unique look to it. This is known as a pre-war style guitar. So you've got the small body acoustic guitar, very much what was used by the old bluesmen, Delta blues and that whole thing. Robert Johnson's own guitar was very similar to this. You've got this kind of binding here, which is not really used much anymore. I find it's very unique and cool. This cream colored binding on the sides, and you've got just a very plucky sound. This was made, okay, this is not a strumming guitar. My Harley Benton review, I talked about how that's a very good strumming guitar. This is more of a fingerstyle guitar. Now I wish I knew some blues songs and I had like a thumb pick and all that stuff to play for you, but I don't, so I can just make do with the best that I have. But I will tell you, this is very good for plucking and picking strings, and the reason for that is because there's a certain characteristic to the sound where the spruce top gives it a bit of pluckiness, gives it a little bit of an edge, but the mahogany back and sides dampens it a bit, makes it a bit more mellow. So my full mahogany Harley Benton guitar just had a mellow, rich sound throughout. This has a bit of a rich sound, but it starts off very plucky. Starts off a little bright, in my opinion. And it doesn't, if you strum on this, it won't sound as loud as obviously it won't sound as loud as a dreadnought guitar. Wouldn't fill the room with sound so much. This is it's a more constricted sound in this guitar. But that sounds very good with fingerstyle. Now, when you get this guitar, I experienced this, and the other reviewer on YouTube also experienced this. What will happen is you will probably need a setup done. When I got this from Thomann, I took it out of the box, I tuned it. It had a lot of fret buzz, right, and these notes right here, all the way up to 5. I had to take it to Charlie Chandler's Guitar Experience in Hampton Wick and had it all set up. And you got rid of all the buzz, got rid of everything, gave it its naturally good sound. But you might need to take that into consideration, because if it's happened to me, and if it's happened to that guy, then it might be something in the process from coming from the factory, because this is designed in the US. It's a US company. But if you look inside, it says handcrafted in China. So while my Harley Benton guitar came out fine, I think that's a more factory-made assembly line kind of guitar. So if this one is actually handcrafted, even that does sound better. But I find it a little problematic if you have to go get it, tuned up and stuff. But yeah, it's a small expense for an instrument you love. This is still a very affordable guitar. Like, I'm looking on Thomann's website right now. It's 318 euros, which is not bad for a solid, Sitka spruce top, mahogany back and sides, and a gorgeous design. But it's also out of stock right now. So you request them for it, or you can find it. I'm sure you can find it on Amazon UK as well. Just a little bit higher in price, I think. I find that the guitar has a certain element to it which gives it a very studio-like sound. If I'm playing my Harley Benton, I find that it just gives this very live sound, like a very campfire kind of sound, which just erupts in sound. This is a lot more subdued in that aspect. When you're playing this, you have... It just doesn't feel as epic is the word I'll have to use right now. It doesn't sound as epic, but it sounds a lot more controlled. If you can shine on this guitar, you will sound quite a bit more impressive than if you're just playing a campfire songs on the Harley Benton. Because this seems more like a maestro instrument. This seems more like those Delta bluesmen and all that. If you want to sit on the side of the road and play some really intricate playing, you want to be a busker basically, this would be a good instrument for you. Because this will make people take notice, because everything you play on this will just, they'll stop and they'll look and they'll be like, huh, that doesn't sound like some guy just strumming stuff on the side of the road. No, this sounds a lot more put together well. So would I recommend this guitar? Yeah, I think I would. But you have to be into certain genres to like this guitar. Now, a guy like me, I like a lot of metal, some pop music. I like classic rock and stuff like that. For me, it's okay, but it would be better suited for someone who likes more finger-picking styles, maybe a little bit more classical guitar style, and of course blues. For them, it would be excellent. For me, it's still okay. Like, there's still some songs that I prefer playing on this than on my Harley Benton. Stuff like that, which requires, of course, finger picking. Definitely check out a slide. You really want to use a slide on this. Get a thumb pick. Just go all out. Buy this guitar and go all out with, blues style, slide style, all that kind of cool stuff. I would definitely recommend it in those aspects. Just keep in mind, you might have to get a setup first. So this has been a very short review. I can just basically attest to the fact that this is good quality. Made in China, that doesn't really matter to me. Designed in the USA, made in China. Still a quality instrument. Maybe they fixed their shipping methods. Maybe it doesn't buzz so much when you first get it. If you can try it out in a store, I'm sure you'll find it somewhere. Definitely try it out. It's a good buy. So that's been my review, and I'll see you next time.